They say trust is the foundation of any relationship. But what happens when that foundation shatters beneath your feet? When the person you love, the one you vowed to spend forever with, turns into a stranger before your very eyes? This is a story of betrayal, heartbreak, and a revelation so shocking it left me speechless. If you think you've heard it all when it comes to infidelity, think again. Because this is something else entirely. I never thought my life would take such a drastic turn. I was married to the man of my dreams, or at least that's what I believed. We had been together for 8 years, married for 5. We built a life together, shared laughter, dreams, and promises. To the outside world, we were the perfect couple. But behind closed doors, there was a storm brewing, one that I never saw coming. It wasn't overnight. It didn't come crashing down in one sudden moment. It was slow, insidious, like a crack in the foundation that spreads until the entire structure collapses. It started with whispers of doubt in my own mind, but soon those whispers became screams I couldn't ignore. I've noticed only 98% of you who watch haven't subscribed. Come on, guys, show some love and support. Thanks a bunch to those who have already subscribed. It all started with little things. A shift in his behavior, a sudden distance between us that I couldn't quite put my finger on. He was coming home later than usual, his phone was always face down, and his excuses started piling up like unread messages. At first I told myself I was imagining it. After all, he was my husband, the man who had held my hand through life's toughest moments. But then the lies started unraveling. He used to text me throughout the day, checking in, asking how I was. Then the texts became less frequent. When I asked him about it, he brushed it off, said he was busy with work. I believed him, or at least I wanted to believe him. But then came the late nights, the sudden weekend plans with friends I had never met, the vague answers to simple questions. Something was off and I could feel it deep in my bones. One night he was in the shower and his phone lit up on the nightstand. Normally I never felt the need to check his phone. Trust had never been an issue before. But that night something inside me whispered, "Look." I hesitated, but my gut told me I had to know. I picked up the phone, and what I saw made my stomach drop. There it was, a message from a name I didn't recognize, followed by heart emojis and words that made my heart race in the worst way possible. I scrolled through their conversation, each message a dagger to my soul. They had inside jokes, secret meetings, and memories that I wasn't a part of. My hands trembled as I read more, the reality sinking in deeper with every word. The worst part? He wasn't just talking to her, he loved her. At least that's what the messages suggested. He had called her his escape, said she, understood him in ways no one else did. Those words crushed me in ways I never imagined. I don't remember much of what happened next, only that my world felt like it was crumbling. When he stepped out of the shower, I was sitting on the edge of the bed, his phone in my hands, my face pale and unreadable. He knew. The moment our eyes met, he knew. He stuttered, tried to snatch the phone from me, but it was too late. I had seen everything. "Who is she?" I asked, my voice eerily calm. He opened his mouth, then closed it, struggling to find the right words. But there were none. The silence that followed was deafening. He tried to explain, but every excuse he made only deepened the wound. He said he never meant for it to happen, that it just happened. But love doesn't just happen. Cheating doesn't just happen. Choices were made, deliberate, selfish choices. At first he denied it, said she was just a friend, that I was overreacting. But the messages spoke for themselves. Eventually, after what felt like hours of pushing and pulling, the truth slipped from his lips like poison. It had been going on for months. He had met her through work. It started as harmless conversations and turned into something much more. I wanted to scream, cry, break everything around me. But instead, I just sat there, numb. How do you react when the person you trusted most becomes the person who betrays you the worst? The days that followed were a blur. I moved through life like a ghost, replaying every moment in my head, wondering what I had missed. Were there signs I ignored? Did I ever truly know him? He begged for forgiveness, swore it was a mistake, that he loved me and only me. But love doesn't feel like betrayal. Love doesn't come with secrets and lies. There were nights I lay awake staring at the ceiling, wondering if I had done something wrong, if I had loved him less, been less attentive, less beautiful, less exciting. But the truth is, cheating isn't about what's missing. In a relationship, it's about what's missing in the person who chooses to betray. The decision. Leaving wasn't easy. Walking away from 8 years of love, memories, and dreams felt impossible. But I knew I deserved better. I deserved honesty, loyalty, and the kind of love that didn't come with excuses. So I packed my bags, and with one last look at the man who shattered my heart, I walked away. And you know what? It was the best decision I ever made. Starting over wasn't easy. There were nights when the loneliness felt unbearable, when the weight of what I had lost pressed down on me like a heavy fog. But in that darkness, I found myself. I learned to love my own company, to rebuild the confidence that had been stripped away. I found new passions, reconnected with old friends, and most importantly, I realized that my worth was never tied to someone else's ability to be faithful. Healing doesn't happen overnight, but every day I became stronger. And one day I woke up and realized that I wasn't just surviving, I was thriving. Betrayal is painful, but it's not the end of the road. It's a lesson, a painful, heartbreaking lesson, but one that teaches you strength, self-worth, and resilience. If you've ever experienced something like this, know that you are not alone. You deserve love that is true, unwavering, and honest. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Have you ever been through something similar? How did you handle it? Let's talk about it. Until next time, stay strong and take care.